we're looking at a phenomenal amount of borrowing potentially by Liz Truss as a Conservative Prime Minister at a time in which interest rates are going up and the national debt has never been higher. Sounds terribly unconservative to me.
Well, I mean, I think it's profoundly conservative to want to cut taxes. I think it's profoundly conservative to want to keep as much money as possible in people's pockets, particularly at a time where the cost of living is so high. The way that you help people with cost of living isn't just through handouts from the state, it's also by looking to keep money in people's pockets, which is what Liz Truss is looking to do, both through the moratorium on the green levies on energy bills, and also going back on the national insurance increases. This is a conservative thing to be doing, but the situation we are in going into the autumn is going to be profoundly challenging, and many of those on the lowest incomes are going to struggle. So everything does need to be on the table, but Liz Truss has said that she would look to do this in a conservative way, and she will do in the way that she looks to cut taxes. However, it's also right that other things are on the table as well because of how exceptional and extraordinary the challenge is.
Tom, let's talk about the current Prime Minister, though given we haven't seen him for quite a long time, sometimes it's difficult to remember he's still there. But Boris Johnson, lots of apparently your colleagues are saying he should quit as an MP to get around having to face this parliamentary committee when it's going to look into Partygate, the Commons Privileges Committee. Do you think he should stay on as an MP, or should he face that committee and answer those questions?
Well, I think I don't see why he shouldn't stay on as a Member of Parliament. I think I haven't really liked it in the past where we've had Prime Ministers who have ceased being a PM and then they've almost immediately left the House of Commons. I think that I didn't always agree with Theresa May. On Brexit in particular, I didn't agree with Theresa May, but I actually respect the fact that she's hung around as a backbench Member of Parliament and that she doesn't see it as beneath her to be a diligent local MP, which she is, from what I can see in terms of her leading Westminster Hall debates, etc. So why shouldn't the Prime Minister stay on as a Member of Parliament, whether that's as a backbencher or whether he's a minister? But ultimately, the Privileges Committee is carrying out its investigation. Yes, there is one argument to say that he's already paid a huge price through ceasing to be Prime Minister, etc. But ultimately, that committee was tasked by the House of Commons to carry out its investigation. But I do sympathise with some who have a view that some of those on that committee have an agenda and are on record for being very anti the Prime Minister. It does feel a little bit like a witch hunt, but at the same time, it was tasked by the House of Commons to carry out its investigation. So ultimately, it's just following the mandate it was given by the House of Commons.